Welcome to Kitchen 143. I am your host, Michelle Aventejado, your resident mama in Manila, and I'd like to thank you for joining me on yet another Tuesday evening. Do you know what today is? Today is Taco Tuesday, and you guys are in for a real treat. We have some excellent friends that are going to be on cam with us, and we're going to dive right into the vibrant flavors of Mexican cuisine, where the perfect combination exists between savory tacos and spirited margaritas and tequila. So from these classic street-style bites to modern twists, we're going to enjoy our margaritas, both for sipping and, of course, perfect to enjoy with good friends that offer everything including good vibes. Feel tongue-tied tonight. But as always, if you're watching live, we're on the Facebook and the Rappler Facebook and YouTube profiles, and of course you can be watching on the Mama in Manila profile as well. Joining me on cam today is my good friend Aljor Pereiras, and we also have Donatella Chua, and of course Master Chef Philip John Golding. Hi guys, thanks for having me for Tacos,
Thanks for coming
Tequila, and Times. Tacos, Tequila, Times. We're here today, and this is really exciting. I don't know if you guys can see everything that's on the table. It's colorful, feels like a fiesta. We're here with our good friends, so I'm excited. But guys, tell me how Tacos, Tequila, Times started.
First of all, thank you for coming here. Welcome to Croissant Lady. And Aljor was really the mastermind of this Taco Tequila Times. So we were just getting together for some tasting. And we, being in Manila or Makati, we always search for amazing flavor or
Yes.
authentic Mexican flavor.
Yes.
And we really do go out to around the city to enjoy it. And then Aljor was the one to say, hey, let's get together, taste it, and then put people together, your friends, Philip's friends, my friends, your friends.
Right.
And now we're here.
Of course, food is always better with friends.
Yes.
And there's nothing better than really great Mexican food, which is kind of hard to come by here in Makati, in Manila, right? There's very few places that really serve authentic Mexican food that, you want to write home about.
Well, I mean, there's quite a few places.
Oh, there are?
Yes. However, I tend to to kind of like lean towards the street kind of authentic,
Which is not,
traditional stuff. A lot of people do a lot of fusion.
Right.
But these are more the things that you can find in the streets of Mexico and Guadalajara. And
Did
things
you
like
live
that.
in Mexico?
I traveled in Mexico quite a bit.
For a long
for a long time.
yeah.
And I grew up in LA.
Okay.
Also, and in California. So I grew up with this food.
But you're not a chef.
I'm not a chef. I'm just a food enthusiast.
We have our chef. Like
He's
me,
the chef.
I'm a food enthusiast. So here, let's say
Me
cheers
too.
to being in the Croissant Lady.
Thank you.
And, of course, enjoy. Where's your beers, guys? What happened to your
Pop
beers?
it.
They got it.
Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers.
food enthusiasts who open their
Cheers.
doors, and you get to try something new. Where's your bottle opener?
We can't drink so that we can serve you well.
I went ahead. You're
No drinking and serving.
No drinking.
Oh, sorry, I went ahead.
So we'll
Cheers.
drink for you guys.
We'll be like.
So with
SUI.
our tequila,
This is so good.
yeah. So Aljor taught us how to make this margarita to pair with
Yeah.
with the tacos.
This is
nachos.
called
Take another
this is
sip.
called skinny margarita because it's very it's pared down. There's only 3 ingredients: the 100% agave tequila, agave nectar, and lime juice. That's
freshly
So good.
squeezed,
You know.
Yeah.
Is it these tequilas that we have here? What's this
The
one?
one we're using for margarita is the 1800.
The Blanco.
Yeah.
So you can see this, guys. This is what we use for the skinny margaritas, and it's super yummy.
Tasty. You like it? Do you
love
like
it.
Yeah. Do you taste more of the lime or the tequila?
It feels like candy.
Must be the agave nectar
Yeah.
together
It's
with
delicious.
the lime. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. So what? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You're gonna ask.
I wanted to ask Aljor, what's the first dish to
We can
to
jump
taste?
right in.
Well, okay, so we have a couple of things on the table now. We have our nachos here, and the meat in it is what is it? Pork. That is. Let me see. What did I put here?
That's perfect. Well, so this one's mine. Where's yours?
Chorizo.
This is some Mexican chorizo. And
No,
we can dig
pork chorizo.
pork chorizo. So we can dig right in. I
Dig
want
right
these
in.
guys to see this. I'm just, we won't move it first.
And
so
then-
they
Let
can,
me help you.
And this one here
it okay?
is
yeah, we can just leave it right there so he can
chicken
zoom
flautas.
in. And then we have flautas. Okay, but first we'll talk about the nachos because I'm going to dig right in. When I was here earlier, you guys were actually, these are tortillas that you just
Yeah, we cut it up.
cut up.
And we put it in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Instead of deep frying it. That's the modern twist that you were talking about earlier, right?
Yes, right? And of course, are you going to
Yes.
have some
Let's
with
dig
me?
in.
I'm going to dig in while I take a bite. So
Ooh.
here's the thing. When I'm taking a bite and enjoying these delicious nachos, this nacho tower, you can tell us or tell the viewers what's, the inspiration behind tacos,
Tacos,
tequila,
tequila
and
times.
times. Yeah,
Yeah.
tacos, tequila,
Tagalog,
times.
Yeah.
Aside from searching for food, it seems like you guys go on a mission, right? Like you guys go on this mission and opening the doors. What
Yeah.
can someone expect if they
Well,
come in?
I mean, first of all, I think that this is something that the three of us share. About 11 years ago, when I opened up a Mexican restaurant and a tequila bar, Donna and Philip were there to support us. They sort of consulted us because my brother and I didn't really know anything. We were just passionate about creating something. So we put something together, and throughout the times, we kind of get together once in a while. And just like a couple of months ago, we were here hanging out and eating, saying, hey, why don't we do this?
Yeah.
Every month, it's just call some people and just curate a group of people that can have shared experiences.
Right.
And they'll share it over margaritas and Mexican food.
And good food. So
And tacos.
curating the guest list is very important. I know this much. But curating, and Nina was able to attend actually. In my brain fog moment, I actually double booked. I bought myself a seat. And then I realized I was also running a training at the same time. So I said, Nino, you have to go. I'm sure it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm sure the people are going to be a lot of fun, and it was. And, I actually was asking him for real updates while
Yeah.
I was in my training. And I was like, can you please send me photos of what you're eating and what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you bring these people together to provide an experience, obviously to,
have an authentic
build
yeah.
community as well, right?
Yeah.
But Chef Philip,
Hello.
I mean, you really do chefing things most of the time, right?
Yeah, I've been here 28
This
years.
For those of you that don't know, Chef Philip is a very well-known chef in the community, decorated the culinary director of CCA, which is the oldest,
We're
right?
the oldest premier culinary school in the Philippines,
Right.
and around 28 years. It's our 28th year anniversary this year.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you
Maybe
very
we should
much.
drink our margaritas
One
to
more.
that again.
And,
Cheers.
I'm very proud to say that the faculty are our students from 25 years ago, 26. So really, when you're in the CCA family, it's really about CCA recipes, CCA lifestyle. So we're very passionate about Philippine cuisine and other cuisines, but Philippine being a very strong fundamental. So Mexican, I was in Mexico quite a few times, and
Some
I
of these
absolutely
are
fell in love
also
with
from
tequila.
Mexico,
Yeah.
right? You were
So
saying.
the tan carried
This
from
one.
Mexico when I
This
was there a
one,
few
look
years
at the
ago.
pig, the mocajeta.
So cute.
Boqueta, yeah. And I was
Moccajeta.
inspired. I pretty much drank as a chef for almost 30 years. And, back and forth, wines, fine wines. And tequila kind of changed my life a little bit because we grew up with tequila
And who taught you how to
and
do
you.
Aljo and
So
Sante.
I really understood that good tequila is like fine champagne, fine wine, right? The appreciation of tequila and what goes into tequila It's very, very special. So when I went to Mexico, I understood even more. And it's kind of really interesting to see that you need, I mean, you're talking more about the tequilas,
Yeah.
but the 100% agave, right?
Yeah.
Where people sometimes get a bad tequila because it's not really tequila.
Okay.
It's some kind of chemical experiment. But maybe you can explain a little bit more about the tequilas, because you're such an expert in that area.
There are two kinds of tequila,
Okay.
and the ones that
Pay attention, guys.
the
There's
ones
going to
that
be a quiz.
the ones that everybody knows,
Yeah.
mostly is called mixto, which is which is agave nectar and some other fruit juices.
So would you say this is like a blend?
You know, like the Cuervo Gold
Yes.
that's very popular
Yeah.
among college students.
Very
the one
popular
you get drunk on and
amongst
stuff.
the young
The shots,
yes.
That's a mixto.
A mixto.
And then there's the 100% agave.
Which
Okay.
you can see in the
Means-
bottle.
one.
Everything
Yeah.
inside, both of them are 100% agave, which means everything in the bottle is derived from the agave nectar.
And
So
it really
there's-
can be enjoyed and sipped.
it really
and-
is. It's, you know, you would drink it like you would drink fine whiskey.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
Okay.
and the thing is, in Mexico, tequila is not just like an evening drink. I mean, people are having
All
it
day.
pre-lunch.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Pre-lunch, it's not even
it's
pre-game,
like a
it's pre-lunch.
it's like a mimosa or something like that.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So and there's about thousands of different brands, thousands of different expressions, and there are 4 expressions of tequila. The blanco, which is that one there, right? Which means it's unaged.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next expression is reposado, which
Okay.
is aged up to a year, and then the next one is añejo, which is aged 1 year to 3 years, and then there's the extra añejo, which is 3 years and above.
Okay.
Okay, and the longer they stay in the barrel.
So what are we
actually-
tasting tonight?
Okay, so the
Just-
margarita is
Just
with the blanco.
Okay.
Because we want to make it as pure as possible, so you get the real taste of the agave.
Okay.
Now later on, when we drink us together, we're gonna have this one called Maestro Dobel Diamante,
Okay.
Oh, one of my favorites.
and
We like this.
yeah, and it's a combination of añejo and reposado. Okay, and it's very interesting
So
because
it's a blend.
Wow.
it's a blend of añejo and reposado, 2 different
Okay.
expressions.
Yes.
And what they did, this is one of the first ones that came out of the market, is they filtered it. So as it ages, it takes on a darker like amber color. 'Cause
Okay.
It takes the
Right.
color of the
Makes
barrel,
sense.
right?
Right.
But with this one, they filtered it, so they took the color out. So it looks like a blanco,
Still looks like a blanco.
but it's actually
Wow.
añejo and
So
reposado.
interesting. So just within the first 10 minutes, we've learned so much about tequila already.
Yes.
And I know that today the focus is both the tacos,
And-
you know,
Yes.
and the flautas and the nachos and all the
Yes.
food that we're going to be enjoying.
Yes.
And
these
the
are super hot,
margaritas.
the plates. Be
Okay.
careful. So I think Aljo can bring them around, but you will need a cloth.
Oh, you guys
We
want to?
didn't even dig into the flautas
yeah.
yet.
This yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll,
But
we'll,
we
we'll bring
can-
these back and put them in the oven.
Yeah,
And just hold
okay.
them there. Where
Okay.
you.
So
All right.
The flautas here?
the flautas,
Yeah,
you can
let's
take that
leave
on your
it there
plate.
first,
You can
and
cut it
then
with a knife.
We can share with the viewers what it looks like.
Or
so
you
the
can just
flautas.
you can
Or I
cut it
can
with a
cut it
knife,
for
or you can
you.
just eat
I
it.
just
Cut it
want to
bring it.
show them
Yeah.
go
The-
first what it looks like.
You want to explain the whole filling inside and the process while I cut
Yeah,
that and serve it?
the filling is chicken,
Okay.
and then we sauteed it with a red sauce. Okay.
And flautas are
Okay, flautas are wrapped in flour tortillas,
Mm-hmm.
and if it's wrapped in corn tortillas, they would be called taquitos. They'd be smaller, okay?
So it's and
Wow.
taquitos usually I've seen them they're a little bit thinner,
Thinner,
than the
yeah.
flautas
Well, this could be thinner too, but we filled it with a lot of stuff.
because you're taking care of us.
Right, yeah. And you know, that's the great thing about this. By the way, this is what we're calling antojitos mexicanos.
Antojitos.
Antojitos, meaning little snacks.
Okay.
But the great thing about tacos is that you can eat it as a snack, as an entree, appetizer, entree. You can eat it in any.
Perfect.
Any
So
way
we
you
can.
want.
So sweet of you. Look, he did little bite sizes for us.
Yeah.
So we squeeze the lime.
You can. If you want.
Perfect.
And if you were going to say, like, what's the trio in Mexican cuisine? Is it very similar to Filipino or even Italian cuisine?
No, well, with the antojitos mexicano, there's so many different snacks. You know, you got your flautas, you got your taquitos, you got your chalupas, you got your gorditas, you get, you know, all these little. Basically, it's like tapas.
Yes.
With Mexican food.
So,
right?
so would this be something that you would go in and sit down at the bar and enjoy your
Wow.
tequila with, or is this also kind of like street food, like you were saying earlier?
It's both. I mean, you know, you can have this at a fancy restaurant. At the same time, it could also be a street food.
What I would say about Aljo and his
yummy.
flavor profile is that because he lived in Mexico with his brother, because he understands the flavors. Sometimes if you don't live in a country, and like I lived in Italy, I lived in Paris, so when it comes to cooking the food,
Wow.
you understand from the
good.
market
It's so good.
to exactly what it should be like. And I find that when I tried his food and when I taste his food and work with him, is you can really taste Mexico. It's not like a local cuisine that has some flavorings that is trying to pretend to be something else. So his food is very authentic, his flavors come through, and my kind of collaboration with Donna and with Aljo is to kind of bring it to a culinary level where the lime, when you squeeze it, like you can see when you have the pith of the lime here,
Yeah.
if you're going to squeeze this on a dish, it's going to go in your eye. So just a simple task by removing here, just removing that, when you squeeze, right, the juice will come completely out onto your food. It will be very difficult. So what we try to do is not pretentiously move the food to a different level, but to air fry instead of deep fry, is to balance things so that they're more, they're more relevant today in terms of, you know, people think Mexican food, right, it's going to be heavy, it's going to be greasy,
Because it could be very heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this is so light.
Like for instance, we have one dish here, which is carnitas.
Yes.
And traditionally,
I love carnitas.
Traditionally, it's cooked with lard,
Oh, I didn't know that.
right? But the way I cooked it in coconut oil. Big difference, right?
So there's a refinement that goes on. And the same with tequila, right? The refinement of these tequilas and the margaritas. Donna makes an amazing margarita. So when she was working
She
on
does.
the project, she really got that balance together. And instead of a sugar syrup,
Thanks to
can you
Aljo
explain about
and
the margarita, about the sugar?
Well, we only use
Agave.
agave nectar.
So good.
Yeah. With,
Keeping it real. I
Yes.
mean, if you're using the agave nectar,
and that's the thing that's difficult here. The
Why?
raw materials is
find the
different,
real-
of course, to find
Like
what
for
you
instance, a
would
lot
like
of
to
like
start with.
this sauce here.
The
This is mainly
tomatillos.
made out of
Toma-
tomatillos, right? You can't
I
get.
have
Put it
only
in
seen
front
tomatillos in
You
the
can't-
grocery store maybe like a handful of
You
times that I've
can't. You
been
can't.
living here
Hardly
18
get,
years.
you're lucky, right?
Okay,
so
let's just show it
Hot
first.
plate.
yeah.
So it's hot, but you want to explain the lengua, and then you want to
Yeah.
explain your sauces, which are absolutely
We'll just
delicious.
leave this first so that they can show it on the. We'll just
Okay.
leave it, and then Franz can
Then let me know
zoom
when-
in and
let me know
show
when
the
I can go
lengua, and then we can talk about
need
the
the other one too?
sauces. I don't know
Or
if you have
Donna?
sauces in frame.
It's
Okay,
here. There's one
so
there,
it's
there's one there.
there.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I have one. She has one. So tell us how you would like to put the sauces on here.
It's to your taste. Okay, what? So this is pico de gallo, which
Okay.
is traditional tomatoes.
Not to be confused with salsa.
It's a salsa.
Okay.
It's called pico de gallo. I don't know. It has nothing to do with chicken, but that's what it's called,
Okay.
right? And then we have this one, which is salsa fresca verde.
Yes.
Which is tomatillos and
Yes.
onions and cilantro.
So where did you find the tomatitos? Tomatillos. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, where
that's
else are you
where
going to
get
find
it.
them,
Yes,
right? Okay.
Yes. Canned tomatillos, and then the red one is called chili arbol.
Chili
salsa.
arbol.
Yeah, they're little dried chili.
So is that the most spicy?
It's spicier than the other two.
Yeah.
But I didn't put a lot in because I know it's going to be, you guys like it. If it was me, I could eat more.
You like it hot.
I like it hot, yeah.
What I want to say about the flautas is that you tasted. Alger explained that it was chicken with tomatoes. It was light and bright, and then had a little bit of heat at the end. But
Yes.
it was something that, and of course, the crunch of the flour tortilla, that sour cream on top as well, and the salsa verde.
Well, let me tell you
The-
something
the pico-
interesting.
This one's the salsa
Let me tell you
verde, right?
something
Yeah.
interesting about the flautas.
Yeah.
Like in the late 19th century,
Yeah.
the taco is something they called this like dynamite that they used to make. They wrap gunpowder, so it kind of looks like this, and then they plug it in the side of the mountains. These are the miners, the
Right.
silver miners in north of Mexico City,
Okay.
right? And and then those people, their favorite snacks are tacos. So
Yes.
they call them tacos de mineros or miners tacos.
Miners
And that's kind of looks
That's
looks
what
like this. It kind of
that's what
looks
it
like
looks like.
dynamite.
That's why a flauta.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what it is. The story behind it. So you get a little bit of stories, the backstory. You certainly learn from Chef Philip in the different ways that they bring, all this goodness to the table. Being mindful and also, I guess, being current with how we like to do things now, right?
Yeah.
So just a little bit of changing something to coconut oil or
The queso putti and the cheese instead of queso fresco because you can't get the right cheeses.
get
So
queso.
you have to adapt here. But when we can get the product, that's when we can kind of text out people and say, hey, we've got the product. We can take it to the next level for a surprise, right? As the supply chain catches up. For now, we try and get as authentic as we can, when we do these pop-ups and collaborations and stuff. And the feedback is really, really good. But also when we do this kind of stuff, we really focus a little bit on how we work, health and hygiene, make sure that as much as possible that the food is as pure and as clean and uncontaminated in the preparation style. There's a lot of braising, slow cooking. Aljo spends a lot of times with going to the market and find what he wants. But I love his salsas, and I love, these salsas are as expensive as the beef, right?
Yeah,
So when he makes these, it's
Literally.
a premium
It's really
right?
about the
Premium.
salsa.
it
It's
is.
like-
Yeah.
It's all about that.
Yeah.
And then I'm ready to take a bite for
Yes.
this,
Yeah.
but I
try
think
try more of the green stuff for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I already
get
put
you
some
started.
green.
okay. Do you want some more?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
And then while you're trying that and sampling this, I think Aljo can explain the next dish, which
Lengua.
is done.
Okay.
Which for me is like a
This is
confit of chicken. Yeah, but
Pork,
explain your
pork.
process. Still, this one is pork.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you're into the lenguas,
Yeah.
which was one of my favorite. I absolutely love the lengua.
That's slow cooked, like 6 hours.
So tender.
With orange juice and Coca-Cola.
You're giving away your
Betty.
secret.
Recipe.
He's giving away his secrets, guys.
It's very good.
And that's before the alcohol.
Super.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, so good.
So your next one after that. So we don't want to speed you up.
Yeah, don't
That's when
speed
you
me
come.
up.
When you
Don't
come to
speed me
here,
up
yeah.
yet.
We're
Wait,
gonna-
chef.
The different tequilas. So.
Tell us about some of the other things that you do. I mean, the projects that you have, you're prolific in restaurants, consulting, the different things that you've done. Obviously, you create a culture in CCA where the students do come back,
Yeah.
right? You are building a community as well. How has the food scene changed since you first came?
The Philippines is amazing for baking, right? So our Maganhawa school does extremely well with its baking side and pastry side. And
Very
pastries and
tender.
baking in the Philippines has really become a big thing, a really big thing. And then on the culinary side, we have agreements with Korea and Japan. Also on the Western side, we bring in guest chefs, pop-up chefs for our European cuisine. But I'm really into flavour spices. So my background, I also, coming from London, I love Indian cuisine. And there's Indian cuisine and then there's Indian cuisine. So next month we have a
Explain what the difference is there.
well, so there's northern, southern India, and then in terms of this, the food can be very heavy sometimes. But there's one restaurant that I love, Mantra, and we work with him. His name's Ranjit, and his beverage and cocktail list is amazing. And next, on the 28th, we actually have a pop-up with Mantra, and we're bringing in a mixologist to pair with Indian cuisine. And we also, I love and I absolutely adore tequila, but I fell also in love with sake, with Nihonshu.
Yes.
And sake and tequila are big things in the Philippines. We were well ahead of our time in terms of education, and restaurants, right? There were very few. Now you're starting to see a number of groups spring up because they can get the product, or they can. There's a real big trend towards it.
Right.
And then going back to Mexican cuisine, I think we haven't yet seen the level of what's going to happen in terms
Of
of,
what could be.
prawns, seafood, lapu-lapu. So we would, obviously, the ceviches and stuff like that would be used, the kinilaw. So there's going to be this kind of crossover between Philippine culture, Philippine ingredients, and then Mexican flavors. And if we talk about Mexican Philippines, we talk about boxing, we talk about the whole culture and how the Philippines and Spain and Mexico are very entwined from that Latin America, even dancing. So I'm excited, obviously, here to do more of the events we do. And, you know, Aljo's consistently looking at different dishes to add, but again, it's very fresh, it's prepared, it's served, it's eaten, and then that's it to the next time.
Finger food, yeah.
So I usually don't eat as much on cast, but I finished the whole thing. It's so good. And I did not want to interrupt Chef at all because I wanted to finish. That's
a good
probably the
sign.
most tender
Lengua.
lengua I've ever had in my life.
Very good.
I really don't care for lengua, and I finished the whole thing. That was
What
really
do you
good.
think of the salsa? What's your favorite so far?
I want them all, and I want to put them on everything.
Yes.
I want to put them in everything. Obviously, it's all about the salsa. So, guys, go ahead and give Croissant Lady PH a follow on Instagram, and also
Yes.
Tacos Tequila Times on Facebook,
yeah.
because you have the chance of winning a seat at this table with these three wonderful hosts who will put together a curated menu with a curated guest list as well. And all you have to do is share that giveaway graphic.
Not too
Yeah.
Go ahead and follow them on Instagram. So follow Croissant Lady PH one more time, and Tacos Tequila Times on
bring this out.
Facebook, and join the Rappler community. Download the Rappler Communities app and join the food and travel channel so we can have a conversation. You know, how much you guys would enjoy Taco Tuesday here with Aljor, Donatella, and Chef Philip, because this actually is such a treat. You guys are really in for a treat to see this, and whoever does take advantage and is the lucky winners, you guys will be in for a real treat as well. So,
We have 40 minutes.
okay, I know you guys have new tacos coming,
Yes.
but tell us about
the break.
Croissant Lady, like why we're here and this space. And I know there's Chef Works, which is almost impossible to find. You guys have it here for all of the professional chefs, who are looking for their gear.
Yeah.
Tell us about the space, right? Because this is very intimate.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like a private dining.
So this place, many people say, "Where are you? Where are you?" So it's really a struggle to be an entrepreneur when you're coming from a pandemic situation. So we were like 2 blocks away at Chef Works Philippines, just behind Raffles Makati. And then when the hospitality industry was rising up again, that's around mid 2021.
Yeah.
Remember, there's this lockdown.
It was open, it was
half
closed, it was-
lockdown. Yeah. So on the 2022, 2 years ago, I was able to find this space, and coming from the outside, I thought it's like a haunted house or a haunted building, because like, what is this place?
Well,
So
we're on Pasay Road,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
so I always see this place. I'm familiar with Arnaiz Avenue or Pasay Road, and we're a big fan of like tiny spaces, like almost like a speakeasy. That's like a growing trend right now. So the first priority would be to provide chef uniforms for the chefs who were calling us during
Right.
the online. So I transitioned from having a store a few years back in 2015. And then, of course, pandemic happened. You had to close, totally zero
Everything
sales.
changed. Everything
and then
changed.
when the customers are the one calling you, like, where are you? Where's your space? So I was so pressured to open back and find a space. And thank God for giving me this space. It's just
Thank you,
perfect
Lord.
for my idea that you sell a uniform shop, and then we entertain our guests, our chefs, They're really like, it's like we feel like it has to be a home. So
Feels very homey.
I had to integrate a dining space instead of like a boring office space, like hi, hello, welcome to my office.
Who wants to be boring like that?
So it's such a good thing that I integrated the cafe space, and the croissant lady was just at home, and my angel during that time would be Breville oven. Thanks to Breville, because I only had 2 Breville ovens, and then I had to sell croissant each and every day. So I see croissant as my saving glory for the space. And how do you tell people to come to a secret or private space is to collaborate.
Right.
So we had few collaborations with young chef here. One was Chef Carcy Cruz from CCA.
Okay.
He really did an amazing job here. And another one was with Chef Sharwin T last year of May.
I know Chef Sharwin.
He did some charity dinner, where what we sold was for a tuition fee of some college students from Pampanga, like the community where they're from the mountains. Remember that, Philip?
Yeah,
where we had to have some charity event. So
we had Carcy Cruz here, who's a student of ours that has Lassa Supper Club. So where would you find a space like this? Right, we have Ralph's underneath because he has such an amazing selection there.
Yeah.
So when anybody wants to go and pick up something special downstairs, they bring it up.
It seats 12 people, so we really are passionate. It's Philip who opened the world to me of supporting young chefs or just home cook. Like whatever passion you have, let's collaborate here. It's such a humble, small space. And I want you to talk to me, sit down with us. What do you want to do? Let's do something together. We will help you to just go and open up your heart and your talent. Don't be shy. Start somewhere. Whether you say, "Oh, I don't have money to begin," let's share some cost. It's fine. So that's what's happening between all of us. We share our talents, our skills, our money, our resources, and thank you for being here supporting that passion.
Of course. And how could I not support such passionate people serving up such delicious food?
Just to note that the Chef Works, the apparel, right, of the 75 stores, and I've been to the one in Mexico, worldwide, when I first spoke to them almost 11 years ago, I told them that part of the store is going to be lifestyle, is going to be a coffee shop, it's going to be a restaurant, and who would know 11 years later that actually it is now becoming a lifestyle, and the Philippines is the first in the world of the 75 stores to have this component, and they're arriving in December to actually see what we're doing here.
How
cool.
Yeah, so it's apart from just chef jackets, it's lifestyle shirts, it's the chef or the front of house today has become the superstar in the Philippines in a way. So more and more we should be dressing Filipino chefs in front of house world class. So putting a shirt on someone's back is something that many years ago we discussed, and finally we're doing it and having fun at cooking and having pop-up chefs all the way. So that's your pork taco.
Yeah,
right?
that's
is this the carnitas?
pork carnitas.
Oh, it looks like chicken.
It's like a. And just so you can have some
hot
more.
plate.
Yeah.
Usually I double up the tortillas, but so you don't get too full.
Okay.
We took
Just
one.
one.
Out.
Okay,
took
so
one.
I want to show the carnitas on cam.
And
then,
that's
of course,
also-
with all of the
salsa.
salsas.
And that's also slow cooked, about 6 hours. So it's like pork confit. And
So you've been preparing
Since-
all of them since yesterday.
since Sunday.
Yeah.
Since Sunday.
Well, since Sunday I went buying, but I cooked pretty much all yesterday.
Fantastic. So this is such a treat. I feel like there's so much attention to detail of how you guys put it all together, and even in terms of, like you had said earlier, the curated guest list, right? You ask people to join.
Yes.
Because it's also about having really good conversation.
Right. I mean, that's the point.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't really curate, but the way we try to invite people from different walks of life.
Of course.
So it'll be an interesting
fun
conversation, you know.
Yeah.
So food diplomacy has become a big thing, So food kind of softens and beverage conversations, right?
Yeah.
So it all starts around the table. and then whatever subjects come up from
Yes.
whoever, whatever.
Right.
We kind of, if we don't want to face the subject, we just go back to the food
yeah.
and talk about the dish or the flavors. So.
You can try the red one now. But
Put the red
We'll
one
explain
on
what
top.
goes into
Yeah.
your
What's
stuff
in
there,
this
roughly.
arbol?
the red one, yeah, chili arbol and tomatoes. And some secret stuff.
My favorites, yes.
Because I remember, so we had the last two events. Many people were like rummaging through all the salsa. They're asking for more
For more.
to
Yeah.
top up.
Oh, so maybe that's something you can do,
Wow.
You
right?
know,
In terms of like,
you know, one thing I miss here, like when you go to Mexican restaurants in the U.S., some of them have a place where you can just have as much chips
Salsa.
and salsa
Oh
as you
my
can,
God.
right? But here it's very difficult to do that. It will be too expensive. You
good,
lose some
too.
money.
oh my.
So what's also interesting about Mexican
so
food
good.
is that
You like?
yeah, apart from the chicken and the pork, right? 3 times a week we kind of eat vegetarian, right?
Oh, you do?
That's something that I think
Wow.
we're going to develop. So things like eggplant, things like okra, things like camote. So I feel that the next level is
Mushroom.
how we can mushroom and mash it up. So when we start to look at those products as well, apart from the carnivorous people, that we all
So you'll
love to,
welcome
we'll up
the
the game a little
vegetarians.
bit more on plant-based or plant-forward menus, which I'm really excited about as well, because
And-
it blends flavors. Yeah.
And Michelle, that's exactly the reason why we put 2 tortillas. Because if
It's
it's
okay.
only one, the juices settle and makes it break
Right.
apart, and the second one will catch it. But you can just navigate.
Again,
Very
so
tasty.
tender. There's so much flavor, even just in the pork.
Yeah, this one was with
but
orange.
then
this
it's
was
a little-
with orange juice.
Low and slow.
Orange juice.
And it's also tender,
Orange
right?
juice and
Tender.
orange.
And
Super.
has do you taste the sweet note fighting with the salsa, with the
Yes.
beautiful
Just a little.
salsa flavor? Yeah.
I love it, and I will take the last bite. So I've now finished.
You know, by the
two.
way, if you want to add some, normally
Okay.
the white cheese that they would use would be like a cotija, but
Right.
it's very difficult to find it here. So I got some queso puti.
I've never seen it here. I've seen it in like 1 or 2 events with real California milk when they
Yeah.
have it, and they'll bring in like it's like
Yeah.
they hand carry
From
it
the
in.
US.
It's like I mean, I love that cheese. I could just eat that all day. But this is close enough. Queso puti.
It is. It's very close in nature.
In
'cause it's
nature,
not
yeah.
cured. It's
True.
just pressed. So good.
I think we need the margarita to
To wash that down. Oh my gosh, guys.
Too, huh?
Seriously, these tacos are so good. You definitely want to make sure you share the graphic. Share the live stream too, guys.
Yeah.
You want to share.
Please watch.
Hashtag sharing is caring, because this is something you're in for a real treat if you're gonna come. Go ahead and follow Tacos Tequila Times on Facebook, Croissant Lady PH on Instagram. Download the Rappler Communities app so you can join the food and travel chat. And let's talk about tacos. Let's talk about that. And the best way to eat tacos is with your friends.
Let me tell you a pretty good anecdote.
Yeah.
A few years back, about 11 years ago, I had a taco cart.
Okay.
The first taco cart in the Philippines. Right?
Taco chingon.
And
Yeah.
it's called Taco Chingones. Anyways, one Cinco de Mayo, it was a party thing, and I held a taco eating contest. Right?
Was it like how many you can eat, or
Well,
how spicy you can
No,
eat it?
how many you can? If the winner does not have to pay. The second place has to pay
for
50%.
both.
No, 50%. The third place still pays whatever they order. Right? Guess who won? A woman no bigger than Donna.
Oh, yeah.
Ask me how many.
How many?
This is from 6 p.m.
This size.
This size,
Yeah,
exactly
the-
this
the
size.
4-inch.
This is like from 7 p.m. to midnight. You can stay as long as you want.
Yeah.
43.
No.
43.
40,
I'm full with 2.
43.
I'm forcing myself
I
to
know.
eat a third.
I know.
But
I couldn't believe it. I
43?
couldn't believe it either. My
And
friend,
she's-
who's like a big guy, he
Could-
stopped at 38.
38.
you're so close.
I know. And you know what
close.
she was doing? In between, she would be eating ice cream and talking to them, like egging them on. Is that all you got?
Oh my gosh,
Must be
she
a-
was talking smack
Yes,
while
yes,
eating
right.
those
So
tacos.
that's
Oh
one
my
interesting
God.
She's a smack
anecdote.
talker.
But yeah, I mean, for me, my record personal best is 13. But this is like this was a place in San Miguel de Allende in Mexico. There's a big taco cart. We just sit there for hours, a couple of hours, just una más,
So they make
dos
it-
más.
they make it-
It's just like this is the
Yeah.
cart. They go like this,
Tut, 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 and that's it.
and they're not giving you receipts. But then in 2 hours, they go cuánto. They know exactly how much you ate.
Of
Wow.
course. Of course.
That's crazy.
Among other people. It's so great.
That's crazy. So what do you got there, Chef?
Oh, the next one
Yeah.
is called suadero.
Suadero.
Yes, this is beef chuck,
Okay.
right? And then again, it's cooked, slow cooked, with oil, cinnamon, and all kinds of
I can really
spices.
smell the cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good.
This is like corned beef, pastrami, Mexican style.
Okay.
Like a
Right.
barbecue?
How long did you live? You know, how did you stay for extended amount of time?
In Mexico?
Or yeah, or
no,
you
I
really
just,
lived
I
there?
just traveled there.
just-
But I'm an LA boy,
Yeah.
East LA, and we would go to all the hole in the wall taco place. I pretty much grew up with a Mexican Mexican friends.
Yes.
My best friend's Mexican, Carlos, and his family sort of adopted me. I'm like the other brother.
Carlos. We should say hello to Carlos.
Yeah, hi Carlos.
Hi, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos.
Carlos,
I'm sure when he sees this, he'll be so like, oh wow, yeah. So we would. What was I talking about? We would
From
me
LA,
and my
yeah.
friends
Yeah.
would go to like all this. Oh, have you heard of this place? Have you heard of that place? And then also for a long time, I worked in the fashion business in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
South Central LA, downtown LA. So our factory, every lunchtime, taco trucks would come in. Sometimes two
So
or three.
that's-
So you have.
What a
many-
treat.
Yeah. So I grew up with this kind of food. So I was like, and when I came back here, 2001,
Yeah.
that was the big thing that was missing from it. It's like, my God.
How are we
There's no,
going to
like-
get by? Yeah.
Except there's still Taco Bell. There was, I think, Tequila Joe's was
Yeah,
around.
Tequila Joe's was
around.
Our dear
yeah.
friend Robbie. I was right
Yeah.
next door to him with Azuro,
Yeah.
my Italian
Robbie
restaurant.
Goko.
Yeah, Chef
Yes.
Robbie. Hi, Chef Robbie.
Yes. Hey,
Dear
chef.
friends. Yes, so Robbie was
Yeah.
doing, I remember that. He was doing the Tequila Joe's, and I was next door with Sheila Romero, who has Nara now, and I was opening three.
Can I have a little bit? Can I have a little bit more?
Yeah, you want some more? Sure.
Yeah, a little more, please.
Good. I was doing Azuro restaurant and bistro and wine bar. We're the first wine bar almost 25 years ago, yeah, when Jeremiah Towers was opening Stars. So this kind of
Stars.
love
Okay, I
also of
remember
LA
Stars
and
too.
California, and it's cool, right? So I guess we talked about Spain, Mexico, Philippines, but the American culture, and 60-70% of our students end up in the States
They
working
do.
there before they come back home as well.
Right.
It's that American culture as well of Tex-Mex.
Yes.
That's what I love about this. This is not
It's
Tex-Mex.
not Tex-Mex
this
at all.
is really good flavor.
Yeah.
And that later on, I mean, not yet, but there's things like rabbit that we talk about sustainable, traceable,
Right.
but we have good rabbit farming here. So for the adventurous, I can't wait to also work with rabbit and chocolate in some of the up and coming menus, right?
Ooh,
And
so
then
you're going to make
curate
some
that
rabbit
with
mole?
Yeah, so again, if anybody's bringing any chilies over or anything from overseas, just,
Guajillo.
You know where to bring it.
yeah, bring it in and we'll
To
cook it up
croissant
for you.
lady.
Okay, what do we got here? I'm going to show
tacos
them.
de suadero.
This is the suadero.
Suadero, yes, this is.
All right.
I'm getting
Again.
full.
I'm full.
So nice.
You
I'm
should-
really
This
full.
is so.
Do you
this-
guys
this
wanna
one of-
eat?
This is one of my favorites. You gotta have. You got.
Give it
You got.
to
You got one.
Archie.
You got one more after this.
We got another
should have
taco. All right, so I'm going to take a bite and then I'm also going to share with Nino. Nino!
No, you're not just gonna take
Yeah.
a bite. You're gonna take the whole
I
thing.
know, because I ate the
promise
other
you.
two, right?
So this is
I
the
couldn't
third taco,
stop.
right?
This is the third.
There's one more after that.
Okay, so when someone wants to reserve, they message Croissant Lady or they message
Us
Taco
personally.
info-
Tequila
no,
Times.
the information is
Yeah.
all in the Facebook page.
Facebook
On
page.
Tacos Tequila Tacos Tequila Times. You
Yes.
can visit the Facebook page, and when the next one is coming, do you have the
as a
next
matter
one
of fact,
coming up already?
we have one
On
coming up in
Thursday.
2 days, on Thursday. And
Wow.
we have like a couple more seats. We have like
Yep.
I think
Okay,
four
so
seats,
that-
4 seats, that one. And then
All
one more
right.
in December.
Okay.
And then we're going to finish. So we're trying to do this every month. This is the
Once a month.
Once
But this
a
is
month.
like
This-
fun for you guys.
This is a
It
this is a
is.
fun
I do not
passion
feel
project.
like you guys are stressed or like
Oh, no,
working.
no.
I feel like this is just something that, you know, these are a couple of friends or a few friends
fun.
hanging out, having fun, eating good food.
It's a good way for us to yell at each other. Like, get out of the kitchen.
We're like family. Like
You guys are like family, though. You've known each other
Oh,
for
yeah,
so
yeah.
long.
And a shout out to
11 years.
National Blade Works. So they're Filipino made. So we used to import our knives, right, from overseas. And then a few years ago, we made a decision as a team to go local. And
Okay.
I'm just in love with things like this. So I take that down to the resorts or the islands in Palawan. And then, you know, with the fish there. But ingenious, you know, to see what you can find in the Philippines. So thanks to National Blade Works for keeping us
do I
well tooled up. Super nice. No?
I'm
so
so
good.
full. Let's try.
I'm full, but I'm
Nino,
still
come
going
over here
in.
and have
I'm
this
still
one.
going in. Nino, you
Come on.
definitely want to try this. You've had this? Yes, he's had this
Yes,
because
he
he
says
tried
that he
it.
was-
So the menu is
Okay.
exactly the same from
I
when.
try to add one here, change one a little bit. So, but we were trying to keep it sort of the same because it's not the same people all the time. So,
Right. You can.
Yeah.
But
And
you know,
plus it
things
makes
like
it easier.
seafood, I can
Would you
get
like to
some
eat it? No.
really good seafood in, and if I get them in, I'll just tell Aljo. So if someone has a request for something seafood, and we've been talking about some form of kinilaw, kilawin, ceviche, but that's something that I love as well on a taco. So, and then
One
also-
last one?
One last one, yeah. And then we
Okay.
have the so even things like the tostadas.
Slowly, slowly.
But wait, question.
Yeah.
Chef was talking about kinilaw. Do you
Yeah.
eat the ceviche in a taco? Because I've
Sure.
only always had ceviche like.
Yeah.
As it
See,
as
the
is.
thing
right?
with-
Yeah, just
The thing
on
with
its own.
taco is it's just a vessel. It's just a vessel. It's like an edible spoon, basically. So you can fill it with anything.
I like that. It's an
Right?
edible
You
spoon.
can fill it with anything you want. You can probably put a M&M's taco, whatever,
Chocolate
choc Nutella taco or
or
something like that.
croissant.
Croissant.
Croissant taco. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
so
This is the third or this is the fourth?
that's the third one, and then the fourth one's coming up. And this one,
suadero.
the fourth one is
Chicharrones.
Tacos de
Chicharron.
chicharrones.
Oh, everybody loves
And
chicharron.
sauteed
I'm a
with
mess.
special sauce.
Aljur, I'm enjoying it so much.
Don't worry.
You know,
I'm a
you know what? In your shows, you're not usually
I don't
like
eat.
this.
You know that because you watch.
And now you got like drippings on your front
The
of the
first one I
t-shirt.
watched.
It's
yeah.
all over.
You wanna? I'll tell what we'll do is while we're cooking the tortilla,
Tortilla.
maybe we can just show you a little bit. And I've been
That's awesome.
hiding. It absorbed all the liquid, and it's just amazing, right? So again, I'm learning a few more tricks from Aljo, but this one is just absolutely amazing. So you want to explain this dish? I really love it, and I'll
Yes.
the tortillas you can plate it up at the front.
Yeah, so this is
Put it-
That's so
the
good.
sauce has tomatillo and tomatoes, and then it has 3 kinds of chili: guajillo, arbol, and also jalapeno. Blended and
As hot.
sautéed with onions,
Oh.
and
So
then we
that's
simmered it
chicharron.
until the chicharron sort of absorbed all the sauce.
Absorbed it, and it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's very hot.
Hot, hot,
It's
hot,
very
hot.
hot.
Super hot. Here's your
We always say
dish,
hot
and I'll
plate.
pass
No, I
you
was
over.
gonna
We can
pass it
plate
back to
out.
you so you can plate it.
Well, yeah. So
Leave it
We'll
alone.
let you
Can I
plate
borrow-
it.
Can I borrow that?
you wanna run this?
I don't know if I'm going to be able to eat that, but I know that everything I have had so far has been amazing.
Thank you.
Light. I say I'm full because I know I ate 3 tacos, but everything was so delicious.
Plus the nachos.
And plus the nachos and the flauta. Cheers, guys. This has been amazing.
Yeah, you have to have
Thank
that
you.
push down the.
This helps
Alright.
a lot.
Thank
It's
you.
good because it's like 49
Thank
minutes
you.
already.
There you go.
So I know we have one more taco and then we
Yeah.
have dessert, right?
And then dessert. We can after when I serve this, we can switch. I can help her eat this one
Yes.
while
Yeah, of
while you prepare the thing.
So go ahead, guys. You definitely want to follow the Facebook page, Tacos Tequila Times, so that you can see if you want to reserve your slot already for Thursday. Thursday at what time is
6
it?
p.m.
6
Usually 6 to
p.m.
10. We're hanging out here.
And you'll have a very similar menu with, of
Yeah.
course, these lovely friends who have put together something really fun, purposeful. I like how you said, Donna,
Not so
you know,
much.
you're always open for collaborating and you're not looking at, you don't have to be a chef to come and collaborate,
Yeah.
right?
It's like
So-
we want people to boost their confidence, because I notice when we talk to young chefs for the past years that I've been helping Chef Philip with the Young Chefs competition or helping them to get a job. I really personally sit down with them to say, hey, how are you? What do you want to do in life?
Right.
What's your plan? And then they really get shy. And so we really inspire them, like saying, look at Aljur, look at me, look at other chefs who joined
Right.
us. It's really like whether you're a professional or just a home cook from Bicol, from Pangasinan, we're regional. We have to be
Right.
proud to be Filipino. So that's another vision that we want to really pursue.
Yeah.
Vision and mission, where we have to be proud to help each other as Filipinos. Who else will help?
Right.
Which it would
Each
be
other.
another Filipino.
Right.
And Philip is just a white face, and he's basically
But he's Filipino on
Filipino.
the inside. He's got
They
the
call me a
heart.
foreign away.
You have the heart of
Yeah.
a Filipino.
Well, we've also done a lot of R&D here. We've sent 60 chefs and waiters to Finland, right? So here we've also been using the room for R&D, research and development, for fun get-together, for product supplies. Oh, this one is really, really one of my favorites. Very unusual.
I have eaten every single taco that you guys
So
put on the
good.
table, and
Tacos, chicharrones.
I'm so full. It's so good.
This one that has like a seaweed
I'm
texture.
so okay. That's
It's
interesting.
seaweedy. I could imagine actually finishing off with some seaweed.
It does. I'm gonna let Nino finish this one because this definitely is on the spicy side.
Oh yeah.
A little bit more. So I'll save it for you, hon.
Oh, this is more.
But there is more. So you guys originally met. I'm so sorry.
No, we met 2013 when my brother and I decided on a
Sante.
passion, Sante, and I decided to do a passion project. Well, we didn't know anything about bars or restaurant. We just wanted to do it. And I met Philip and Donna, and you know they were the experts, so they sort of guided us, and we've been friends since then.
I love it.
So I do this now as a way to just keep the tradition and also kind of remember the good times when we used to have this kind of business.
Thank you for sharing it with me.
Yeah.
What's great about Aljo is a life coach as well, right? So, again, through food diplomacy, he can kind of coach people. He's very good at coaching and discussing.
Wow, so they can do that too while they're eating.
Well, she knows about that.
I do. I do. I've actually taken some courses with Aljur as well. And I
so's
think-
Donna.
I
Yeah.
did, yeah, last
go to-
July.
Yeah.
He's a man of many talents, right?
He is. I mean, from the different, even, I didn't know you were in fashion too.
For
You
a
know,
long
you're in
time.
production and film.
15 years, yeah.
You know, you do a lot of different things. So I know we're going to have dessert soon.
Yes.
From the Croissant Lady herself. Guys, go ahead and follow her account, Croissant Lady PH. And then, of course, Tacos Tequila Times on Facebook. Share that graphic if you guys want a chance to win one of 5 seats. Yes, 1 of 5 seats. And so they'll be spread out, guys. You can join any one of the next
The next
the
one.
next tastings or the next seatings,
Yeah.
right? Usually we end our show with some really rapid fire. Donna, tell
You
us
can
what
do it.
you're doing there
Oh.
first.
So this I made today for you is a croissant ensaimada, but then I added some Mexican touch. So I'm drizzling now jalapeno butter, and then you'll have some chocolate.
To go along
Yes.
with it.
So you can drink the chocolate. That's all for you, or
Okay,
you
we
can
gotta
dip
show
it
them.
in.
You gotta take this.
You can
Yeah.
dip it in.
We'll just leave it there.
Just show it.
And
There you go.
I'll just put some jalapeno, dried jalapeno.
Look at that. Guys,
You got it?
these croissants, the
Un momento.
kwasamada
Ensaimada.
Yeah.
kwasaimada went viral during the pandemic when
Oh,
you
yeah.
were like selling these. I won't dig in now because that definitely is going to be messy. More, not even as messy as some of the
Not-
tacos that I was just like stuffing my face with. Sorry, guys, it was that good.
Only after we cut. There you go.
Then I can, yes, actually.
I'll give you a new plate right there on.
So
Yeah.
usually we talk about all the different things that who shaped your relationship with food. We're gonna go into it. Who shaped your relationship with food, Chef Philip?
My mother, grandmother, and family. Yeah.
Donna.
Same here, my family.
My grandmother for me. She was a great cook.
My family, because the Chinese influence and the Filipino together.
Favorite food as a kid?
Favorite food?
Chocolate.
Everything.
Everything.
Cheese.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm gonna ask just a few more of these because these are the usual, like the 10 top questions that I ask everybody at the end, just so they can get to know you guys a little bit better. You're incredible storytellers, and I wish I could have you on much longer. But let's go with any kitchen or dining accessory that you collect.
Knives.
I knew you were going to say that. How about you?
But you have your mukha
Glasses
yeah.
for the
Glasses
tequila.
for the tequila.
I need
Me,
that
as
too.
you can see, plates.
Plates for
These are all my
serving. These are all
plates.
your plates. Who's your favorite food guru?
Rick Bayless.
You should say
Such
him, right?
hard. Okay, Chef
Mr.
Philip, go
Mr. Escoffier. It's 175 years of age.
For me,
Mr. Escoffier.
For me, the real answer would be all the manangs that I meet along my
The
travels.
way.
All the lolas,
Okay.
like in Bicol. Because
Actually, I want to do a show like that where we travel and then we have all of those different types of
Yes.
food, but we're eating it with, like, it's a nice group of people that can actually have this conversation about the local food, the local drink,
Yeah.
and any of the local culture.
It's like a fiesta.
right?
So my
How-
mom
how fun would that
brings
be?
me to Bicol for fiesta, and when you go to places after places after places, like the best sell there's like, eat this pancit because this is my best pancit.
This is the best pancit
Or eat
in the
my
planet.
best laing.
Okay, you're
Oh.
you're on the sofa watching a movie. What's on your snack board?
Me croissant.
Me, I prefer to have the tequila or the drink in the fridge,
Okay.
right? A gin and tonic or something.
So
But
you'd
food-
like a nice drink rather than a
yeah,
snack.
that's my calories.
Cold cuts.
Cold cuts and cheese.
Wow.
Or just cold
and
cuts,
cheese.
yeah.
Just cold cuts and cheese.
Okay,
yeah.
these are really fast, and I did ask for a little help from everybody who was here. So these are very fast. You guys, whoever answers first. Nachos and chips. Nachos, right? Or chips and guacamole.
Chips and guacamole.
Chips and guac.
Flour or corn tortillas.
Corn tortilla.
Carnitas or carne asada.
Carne asada.
Carnitas.
Frozen margarita or on the rocks.
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
From the croissant lady.
the rocks.
From shake it, and then pour it.
Perfect. Blanco or reposado.
Blanco.
I'm a reposado.
Añejo or extra añejo.
Extra
toss-up.
añejo.
Either one.
Salsa roja. Do we call it roja or
Salsa roja.
rojo?
This is salsa roja.
Roja or salsa verde.
Verde.
Roja for
Verde.
me. Spicy,
Cancun or Puerto Vallarta.
I haven't been.
Puerto
I have good
Vallarta.
friends
My
in
sister lives
Cancun.
there.
You have friends in
Friends,
Cancun.
yeah, I have a very good friend. who used to
Okay,
run a restaurant, yeah.
you mentioned
He's Mexican.
you mentioned boxing earlier.
Yeah.
So Oscar De La Hoya or Ryan Garcia. I know they're two different
I don't know.
generations.
I only know De La Hoya.
forever.
Yeah, De La Hoya, De La Hoya, De La
I
Hoya.
only know him.
Okay, we asked you
Manny
this
Pacquiao.
earlier. Agave or Manny Pacquiao?
Manny Pacquiao.
Agave or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
A de madre.
No.
Taco
Tequila time!
Tequila time.
Chicones.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Enchiladas or tamales?
Tamales.
Tamales.
Fajitas or chimichangas?
Fajitas.
Fajitas, yeah.
Churros or flan?
Churros.
Croissant.
With
Hey, we used to have a good chocolate flan with chili. That was nice.
Churros.
churros with some really good chocolate.
But we had some Mexican flan, chocolate
Very
flan
good.
for
Good
Acho de
chili.
Madre that we did before.
Hot sauce or mole?
Hot sauce.
Sauce.
Mole.
Okay, these two are Filipino through and through. So I'm just curious for you guys, sinigang or nilaga?
Sinigang.
Sinigang.
Tapa or tocino?
Tocino.
Papa.
Give me that
you
fatty
guys are about
tocino.
Tocino.
Tocino. Okay, guys, that wraps this episode. It's been such an incredible episode hanging out with Aldor.
Thank you for being here.
And of course, you
Speech.
guys,
Thank you.
the power couple here,
Thank you.
serving up some
Tequila
goodness. So go ahead and follow that page, Tequila
See you
Tacos
guys
Tequila
at Tacos
Times.
Tequila Times.
And go ahead and give Croissant Lady a follow on Instagram. As always, guys, keep cooking, keep sharing, and keep safe. See you next week.
See ya.